Hello, Betty and Roberta and Annette and Mary R. Betty. I think I caught everybody who's here so far. I'm coming on a little bit early today because I'm getting Bryce out of here because he's got to go and work on something. And we're going to be on our own. So we will, we'll work our way through it. But I just decided to come on early so he could get out of here. Can you guys hear me okay? I did forget to do one thing. Shoot. I forgot to have him turn the screen to my hands. Can you guys hear me all right? Okay, good. Well, I guess we'll just work through on our own with two screens. We really don't have very much to go through today, so we're going to probably keep this short and sweet. And like I said, Bryce is, hello, Alice. Bryce is very, very busy with his year-end stuff for human resources, and he was sitting here stressing out. So I said, give me the little controller where I can zoom in and zoom out and get out of here. We'll figure it out on our own. So there we go. It's just us. In fact, it's not even Bryce and me now. It's just me. We'll find out just how technically inept I really am. Oh, dear, dear, dear. Well, it is snowy in Portland. Hi, Ruth. Nice to see you, friend. It's snowy in Portland. In fact, I never put my shoes on to come to work because it's only 22 steps from my sofa to my workstation. And so I trudged through the snow in my bare feet to get out here. Oh, once an Oregon girl, always an Oregon girl. Hi, Glenn. So, anyway, yes. And we're supposed to get some more snow tonight, I think. We don't have an awful lot here. The higher elevations around town, they have a lot, but we only have a little, a couple inches on everything, but it's enough to be fun. And it was enough to have my family working at home this week, so that was fun. But anyway, yeah. How's everybody? Everybody doing okay? We all have good Christmas? We had a fun Christmas. In fact, I'm wearing one of my new Christmas shirts today. Corey, who used to work here, is still a good family friend, and she bought me a shirt that says Mama Bear on it, which summarizes my relationship with Corey beautifully, because when Corey was a younger lady, she was having a really hard time getting to school. I mean, a really hard time getting to school. She had not made it in two different junior highs. Her attendance had dropped to a point that she was failing out of two different junior highs. And so I agreed to take over. Hi, Thelma. And I had Lauren in a charter school. And so I agreed to start picking up Corey on the way to school and getting her to school. And we enrolled her in the charter school. And her mom had to leave before Corey would get up. And hi, Pam. So I was responsible for making sure Corey got up to go to school. And she and I had many, many, many telephone wrestling matches over whether she was too sick to make it up. No kid was as sick as she professed to be as much of the time as she professed to be sick. So I would call her up and tell her that we were on our way. She would say, I'm not going today. I'd say, yes, you are. And she'd say, no, I don't feel good. And I'd say, you'll get your butt out of bed, because if you're not out of bed, I'm pulling up in front of your house. I have your house key and I will kick your butt out of bed and you will be going to school today. So we got Corey turned around, got her attendance up. She actually thrived in the charter school, just thrived there, ended up doing well and turning into an A student in high school, and she is now a senior in college. And yeah, I told her when she gets her college diploma, I'd like my name right behind hers on her college diploma. But we got that kid straightened out. We got her. Then she worked for me. So she would come back when I picked her up, I would bring her home, but she couldn't go to work until she was until she finished her homework. So she couldn't make any money until she had finished everything she needed to do. And then I always had fun activities, painting and other things. So I would make her do her homework before she could either work or do any of the fun stuff. So thus, Mama Bear. I love it. I truly love my shirt. And I love my kids. Corey's one of my kids these days. She and Lauren have been best friends since just third or fourth grade, I think. And they will be those people who will be friends forever. Mama Bear. Well, I guess it's 5:02. I can stop stalling and start working. Hello, Thelma and Pam and everybody. It's good to see you. We really have a short episode today, and I apologize that I didn't have Bryce change me over from this screen here to this screen here before he left. But we're just going to make do because he had to leave and go and deal with a HR issue, and he was sitting here stressing and worrying and thinking he should stay here through the broadcast. And I finally said, "No, give me my little controller, and I'll do my best to zoom in and out. We don't have an awful lot to talk about, so we will just do it on our own." So we will make the charter school that we had here, it is considered a public school, but they got no public school funding. So that was what made it interesting. But because it was a charter school, they had a much lower student to teacher ratio, and they had a much higher level of parent involvement. Parents were required to volunteer to be in the classroom and active on different things and fundraisers and one thing and another. And so, yeah, a charter school, it saved my kids. It really did. It was great. Anyway, so, okay. Let's go through what we have today. Is everything is from Tattered Lace. And so I've got some dies to show you. I've got some USBs to show you. I've got some papers and some embossing folders. And I'm not going to keep you too very long. So, okay, so here we go. This is the Poinsettia Perfection die. It's beautiful, and it has wonderful layers. It's the largest poinsettia is 2.6 by 2.6. The largest sprig is 1 inch by just a little less than 1 inch. So that gives you an idea. It's small, pretty. And when you layer this up out of different colors and paper, it's going to be fabulous. So there we go. Hi, Catherine. Here, I think we've seen this one before, but I just can't resist it whenever I see it. This is called A Bucket of Cuteness. And I love this little puppy in the pot. He's just too cute. Too cute. I know we've seen this one before too. This is called Safari Escape. In this one, we have the little crocodile and we have the elephant, and each has a shadow, and then we have the two different leaves. I think they're really, really cute. I apologize, I can't give you guys a better picture, but yes, she said, puppy. Look at that puppy. There he is, right there in the flower pot. A puppy in the flower pot. Okay, some of these have been here for a while and just did get listed. Here we have Happy Halloween with bats. We sell this stuff year round, so it doesn't really matter. This is beautiful. This is called Gently Worn. I love this one. Look at this bird on the flower pot. Isn't that pretty? I think that's beautiful. It says Charisma available on this USB. I don't know if we have that USB. Might be one you have to color, but it is nice of them to give you the color guide anyway. I do like it when they give you the color images for these, because then it gives you a great idea for how you would color it. This one's called Be Kind. And Be Kind and Sentiment Stamp. Okay. So I got to look at this because I got to see what we're actually getting here. I don't know. I'm not positive what this one is. And they got it so well sealed in this packet, I might never get it out. Come on. Come on. There we go. Okay. Okay. I was confused because it said sentiment stamp, but it's not actually a sentiment stamp. You get the B stamp, which is big and beautiful. Let's say 1.5 inch square. And then they have the Be Kind die, and they have a shadow for the Be Kind die. Okay. There we go. Whoops. All right. Next up, I'm going to go out just a little bit. Wait. Nope, go the wrong way. There we go. Maybe look at this owl. Isn't she beautiful? She's beautiful. Oh boy, you're quarantined, huh, Pam? Gosh darn. Well, we're here for you, friend. Okay, so we have this beautiful owl, very, very detailed, and a shadow to go behind the owl. I love this cardinal. Look at this cardinal. I'll come back in just a little. I wish I had a better screen for you. This should have worked better if I'd had him close down my face picture first. Isn't that pretty? That's very pretty. We have the penguins and the baby penguin. That's beautiful with a shadow. This one is 2.6 by 4.7 inches. I love this one. I think we've had this one before too, but I just truly love this one with the mountains. But then you guys know I really like nature scenes and mountains. It just speaks to me. Very, very pretty. Just to give you an idea here, the mountains are 5.63 by 1.61 inches. The largest tree line, that's the line of trees there, is virtually 6 inches by 1.3 inches. So you can build some beautiful scenes. I love this doily too. We, of course, I pretty much love all these because, you know, I bought them. We will definitely pray for your family, Annette. Oh my gosh. Goodness sakes. Look at this beautiful doily, guys. Imagine putting that on, cutting that out. Let me see how big that is because that's an important dimension. 4.8. 4.8 inches. And then you've got that incredibly detailed doily die that's big enough to do just about anything you want to do with it. And then you've got the shadow to go behind it. Isn't that pretty? I love this one. I might have to have one of those. Okay, here we have one called Tremendous. I think we've seen this in fairly recent history. This one, I'm wondering. This is from the Priceless Pleats collection. It's a beautiful border die. This die is 2 inches wide by 8 inches long. Now you don't have to use the entire 8 inches. Obviously you can snip it shorter if you wanted to use it on a 5x7 card. But here we have, I love this one, a spider web dream catcher. That's perfect for Halloween, isn't it? Yes, I like the idea if you have to be quarantined of quarantining in the craft room, but the craft room, not the bedroom, yes. Uh, here is an alphabet. This is called Rust Alphabet. It's funny. I was just thinking this would be great with like some of the cars and things that we've looked at and that we have in our rice paper. You guys all get those boosters when you can. We're getting ours on January 3rd, and we're trying to be especially careful between now and then because Portland's got a lot of COVID, as we all do. Portland around our area's got a lot of COVID too, so we're all trying to just be as careful as we possibly can be. This one's called Oriental View. Mount Fuji back there in the background. To find the Halloween dice, so I type in Halloween or tattered lace. What I would recommend you do, Pam, is go to go in the dies, go to tattered lace, and then the newest dies will be at the top of the list. Here's one I think you guys will like a lot. This one's called Shabby Edge Tall Rectangle. These are for slimline cards. So we have lots of beautiful designs there. I do love the shabby edge to this. I like, if we can get in closer here, I like the idea that they've done the pinholes in straight lines, and then they've cut the shabby edge along the outside. I love that. It kind of reminds me of, it kind of reminds me of paper tearing. You know how I love to paper tear to give a rough edge. I will get you the dimensions, Alice. Back out a little bit so you can see the collection again. Okay, the largest one is 4.6 by 9.72, so you could go clear up to a big card. But they do have one, the third one down is 3.7 by 8.86, 3.2 by 8.39. We have a 2.76 by 7.87. So this will handle all different sizes of cards. Okay, this one is really fun. This one's called the Gardener's Friend frame, and this one is a layerable die set. I'll show you the front and then I'll show you the actual dies. Let me come in closer on this one. There we go. There we go. So here's the look of it finished. And then on the back here, we have all the different dies that are included. This is a big set. Just for you, butterflies. Looks like a little, some little dragonflies, some pots, some hedgehogs. Then we have the more open frame, and then we have the layerable frame. So this has got a lot to this one. It's called Gardener's Friend. And it says Charisma available on the USB. Okay, next up, this is an 8x8, and this one's called the Brilliant Book set. And in the Brilliant Book set, we have all these different size pages. So we have several different size pages, layerable pages, and then we have these beautiful, exquisite dies, and we have a lacy background for the dies. Let me show you what this looks like from the inside. This is a gorgeous set. Look at this. It even has a binding die. See down here at the bottom? It has it'll do the hole punching for you for your binder die. And then we have all these layering pieces. It's a different kind of binder here. And we've got the lace background, which you can use together with these lacy dies, or you can use just the lace pieces individually. It's beautiful. Okay, I have just two more. I have a center stepper die. Hoping it will show it to us standing up. Doesn't actually, though. This is gorgeous. Look at this one. You got the center stepper die, and then you have all the trees and scene pieces. Let's come in a little bit on that center die there, and it will show you. This die shows you how it's folded. You get a tent. This is a mountain, and then you've got a valley and a mountain. So you've got the card standing up behind, and then you have a little tent standing up in front of it. And then you have layering pieces for all of those elements. And then you have trees, bare trees and evergreen trees and foliage to use. Would that fit in a cutting machine? It will fit in a large format cutting machine. Diane, you're going to have one that has a plate that's at least 8 inches wide. So like the big Go Press and Emboss machine, it will fit that. It will not fit like a Cuttlebug, or probably won't fit a Big Shot because you have to have a large format machine. This one is called a kinetic waterfall. Let's go a little wider angle so we can see it all. This is a kinetic waterfall die. You've got all the pleats here for the waterfall. Those of you who were around to participate when we made the Mrs. Tiggywinkle dies will remember that the flipping pages, that was the waterfall. That was a waterfall die. And then this has just a huge collection of things that go with it. Kinetic waterfall die. Okay, let me show you. I've got a couple of USBs in. This one is a USB. It says USB printable backgrounds, cardstock toppers, and embellishments. It's got a 2 gigabyte USB drive, and it's Don't Count the Seasons. And I'm going to come in closer so you can see that. Yes, Mary, are the big teal machine or the big electric machine from Tattered Lace will handle large format. Whoops. Will handle large format dies. So there's some of the pictures of what you can get from this die set, or from this USB. Let me go over to the back because there's more photos here. These are all included. This doesn't have the cutting dies included. You either fussy cut these or you get the dies separately. This is just the image die. Oh, a Gemini will do it. A Gemini, the big Gemini machine will cut that. Because you have an 8 1/4 inch plate on the big Gemini machine. Okay, this, let's go back to wide angle again. This is the USB, including printable backgrounds, cardstocks, toppers, and embellishments. This has both 8x8 and A4. A4 is the size of a hunky-dory sheet. Designs. And these are the ones that you can print on your printer and then use. Really beautiful papers. And they even have background papers and things here. And again, that includes backgrounds, cardstock, toppers, and embellishments. So we'll look back here on the back at some of their pages too. Sorry. There we go. So you can see that you can get these element pages with lots of cutouts also. And these are all from Tattered Lace. Okay, and this is for those of you that have either Brother or other electronic cutting machines and are using the electronic cutting machines where you're using a USB drive to actually cut out the die shapes. You're not using a die cutter, you're using an electronic cutter. This is called the Ultimate Lovely Lace die, and it's for use with Brother and any machine that will take SVG files. So you buy the files instead of buying the individual dies, and then you can cut them out on your die cutter. You get lots and lots and lots of beautiful designs. This is number 49. And this, once again, is a USB drive. Okay, let me show you these two. These are large format. Once again, you have to have an 8-inch platform to use these, but these are large format embossing folders. This one's called Tire Tracks for obvious reasons. Really fun background die for off-road pictures, for scrapbooking, for cards where you have, you know, a variety of different mechanical devices in them, whether it's tractors or cars or trucks. You can make some really fun masculine cards with tire tracks. And this one, on the more feminine side, this is beautiful. This is an 8 1/4 by 11 3/4, an A4 embossing folder called Brocade. Isn't that gorgeous? Using this one, you can emboss a full sheet at a time. Really, 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 really pretty. That's one of the reasons I love my large format machine. I love the ability to be able to do a full sheet at a time. Okay, now I'm going to go back a little bit because I have some paper to show you. Move these out of my way a little bit. And let's go wide angle. Again, I apologize that I was not totally set when I let Bryce go. I forgot to have him minimize my screen. So we're only getting to look in this little tiny screen, and for that I apologize. But okay, this is called Don't Count the Seasons. This is 180-pound paper. It's heavier weight paper. It is not cardstock. But these are from Tattered Lace. This is the same one that we have that little USB drive for. Bob is doing great now. I think he just had a hard time around the holidays, you know, but he's doing a lot better, Mary. Thank you for asking. And you guys in your cards, you guys just really cheered him up. You did. Okay, these are double-sided sheets. I was thinking they were single-sided, but they're double-sided sheets. So I will show you as we go. It'll be beautiful scrapbook paper. Some really fun animal creatures. Here we go. Let's get on it right. There we go. Fun animals. Look at the beautiful little chick in the corner. Oh, that's so pretty. These are beautiful. Oh, look at that. I see 4 cards right now. 1, 2, 3, and then a beautiful background here. Thank you, Betty. Oops. Yeah, I showed you that. Okay, look at these tags and layers. Sentiments. We got some fun sentiments here. We got family time, let life bloom, spring showers bring beautiful flowers, April showers, happy day. Lots of spring elements here. And more beautiful, beautiful cardstock. That is gorgeous. Here's some more cutting elements with bees and pots and bees' nest and butterflies, and we've got some sunflowers here, so this one looks a little bit more fallish. We've got some summer poppies there. And then here we've got this really pretty. Look at this. This is gorgeous. Beautiful card. 2 beautiful cards. Nice background. These are very, very pretty papers. All in a nice pre-printed pack. Beautiful background. Yes, they do come out very pretty, Alice. I've often printed, it would be the same as printing the files off of the magazine files that we pick up. You know, we can I sometimes the colors are slightly different than what you see, but the colors turn out beautiful. They just sometimes are slightly different than the colors we see in their preprint. That's what I've said to my family, Pam. I've said when this is all over, we're going to make up for lost time. We're going to have a grand old time when this is all over, but we're all going to stay safe and we're going to keep our distance for a while. Here's some beautiful summertime verses. This is a year round, so that's why they're saying don't count the seasons, because we had spring. Now these are all summer related. Hello, sunshine, be happy, to my family, summertime, sunny days. Ooh, look at that with the sunflowers. Those are beautiful. And here's some beautiful fall designs. Look at the pumpkins. There's something about pumpkins that does make me happy. They're so pretty. Look at these fall patterns with the deer and the trees. Beautiful. Deep green. Here's our fall verses. Pumpkin pie. Beautiful. Special time. Autumn is here. Autumn leaves. Family forever. Oops. Got to show you that. It had beautiful leaves. I love the leaves in front of the lace. It's beautiful. Okay. Beautiful fall leaves. Fall trees. This one's kind of superimposed over newsprint, which was neat. I think we're moving into winter here. We have fir boughs. Printing in the back, there's a beautiful deer. This is a really glorious paper pad. Got some brocade patterns. Here we have some beautiful winter roses and berries. Here's our winter tags, wintertime. A moment captured, snow, chill, winter wonderland, snowflakes, snowy days, winter wishes. And then I believe this is a whole second set. It is. This is an entire second set. So don't count the seasons. You get 2 each, 32 sheets in total of double-sided colored papers, 180 GSM, plenty heavy enough for books and for to cut card layers, to cut and put on top of a card. Plenty good for beautiful for scrapbooks. That is that one. And that is what I have today, friends and neighbors. I did put up about, I'm not sure, 50, 60 items in our Brits Bargain. They're one of a kind, and I discounted them all roughly, I'm going to say 35 to 50%. They're all perfect, wonderful products. In fact, there's some that may even have come in again. I'm looking towards, I tend to slow down ordering at the end of the year because we have to inventory everything. Okay, we can do that, Mary R. I will absolutely give you a call. Levi. We'll all give a prayer up for Levi. Diane, we'll definitely do that. And so there are 50 or 60 items in Brits Bargain that were just one of a kinds. They're perfect items and they're beautiful, and some are even recent releases, but we're down to one, and I'm beginning to think towards the inventorying, and it costs me more to have people go through and count those singles and update the records than it does to clear them, and I would just as soon give you guys a good deal. So if you got some Christmas money, it's a good opportunity to be able to scan through there and look for some beautiful bargains. And yes, it looks like we have a number of people to pray for this time, and I'm going to make a point of continuing to do that. As I know many of us are, I pray every night for my crafty friends and everything that you guys have endured and gone through during this COVID trauma. And so we will definitely continue the prayers and the support for one another. Tomorrow we're going to do our cards from the Heavenly Winter set. This time we're going to be making cards, and once again we're going to be making cards on the fly. We are going to make cards using little book pages. And then I think we're going to move to a little bit more regularity as we move forward from here. I appreciate all the patience you guys have had for me while I've had this vertigo. I have 2 days in a row where I've been able to sit up and out of bed and not had dizziness, and I don't feel dizzy at all right now. So still taking my meds and still behaving, and I've been limiting my activity, but I am doing much, much better. And so, weather provided that Brittany can get here this week, we'll get some of those special bundles and things that I talked to you about earlier put together. And yep, I want to get our grab bags done, and I want to get ahead on kits again. So those are my goals moving forward. Yep, the Hunky Dory sale coupon. That's a good reminder, Roberta. The Hunky Dory sale coupon ends at year end. So if you need things from Hunky Dory, get in and get that quickly. Anything on New Year's Day? Are you taking that day off? That is a good question. What day is that? I am so out of sync with my world. I gotta tell you, this last couple weeks has kind of thrown me for a loop because I haven't done all my regular things. So let's see. It looks like January 1st is Saturday. I don't know any reason why we wouldn't be able to do a class on January 1st. At this point, I'm planning on it. If I talk to Bryson, he says, no, be nice to me, then maybe I'll back off. But I'm actually thinking that I don't see any reason why we couldn't do and wouldn't do anything new on New Year's. Hey, last year when we did the finger knitting, do you remember that? And some of you asked then about doing loom knitting. Is there anybody who is still interested in loom knitting? If they are, I'll schedule a class on making some loom knit hats. That's what I did for Christmas for all of my family this year. One of many things I did for my family, but everybody got hats. In fact, I should have brought some of them and shown you. It was really, really fun to do. And because the weather has turned so cold, these are nice hats made of chenille and velvet, and oh boy, they're loving that. So if anybody is interested in loom knitting, I know that last year Kim R was. Is anybody else interested in that? If they are, we'll schedule a class in it, but I only want to offer things that are going to be interesting for you. So if that's something you're interested in, maybe you guys can let me know. And I think that's it for now. I will get back to having our classes available in advance as soon as we possibly can. I will have some specials for you on New Year's. Yes, we definitely will, Roberta. Thank you, Ruth, for the feedback on the hats. If anybody is interested, let me know. Otherwise, I will skip over that and we'll move on to things that are more interesting to you. So we have a lot. One of the things we've talked about for this coming, well, we've been talking about it all year and we just didn't fit it in, we have scheduled quilling. We have some alcohol ink on the horizon. We have foiling on the horizon. So we have a number of really fun activities lined up for you. And I'll try and get ahead of you again so we can get those kits out in advance. And Pam and others who want to work along will be able to do that. New napkin cards, we could do that. I actually have quite a few new napkins, and that would be fun. We haven't done any of those for a while. So I'll put that on the agenda too. Do we have any other questions, comments, or pearls of wisdom, friends? Anything at all? Then I think I'm going to say good night, Gracie. We'll see you guys tomorrow at 4 p.m. when Pacific time when we make our little book cards. See you then. Good night, guys.